Hello, I am your host Samuel B. Williams for Equal Ground Headlines. Breaking news from today's news. Mark Carney's transparency under scrutiny. Calls for full disclosure of his financial holdings are mounting, and opposition voices say Canadian voters deserve answers now. In a storm of criticism, former Bank of Canada and Bank of England Governor Mark Carney is facing fierce scrutiny over his financial transparency. As the newly elected leader of the Liberal Party and Canada's Prime Minister-designate, Carney's campaign insists that he will only release his detailed financial disclosures once he secures a seat in Parliament. However, critics argue that for someone poised to lead the country, withholding such crucial information is unacceptable. Conservative Shadow Minister Michael Barrett has been vocal on the issue, questioning why Carney refuses to reveal his assets, especially given his long-standing ties to major financial institutions like Brookfield Asset. Barrett noted that Carney's reluctance not only raises questions about potential conflicts of interest, but also undermines public trust in his commitment to transparency. Reports reveal that Carney's financial portfolio includes lucrative bonus arrangements linked to the performance of Brookfield's investments. These investments cover key sectors such as renewable energy, infrastructure, and alternative fuels. A portfolio that critics say could influence public policy in ways that benefit his personal interest. Opponents argue that while Carney's campaign defends his position by saying he'll disclose everything once he becomes a member of Parliament, Canadians should not have to wait for an election to know if their future Prime Minister has any hidden conflicts. With public records and filings from Brookfield hinting at substantial investments and deferred bonuses, the call for immediate transparency is growing louder by the day. Segment 3. The political implications. This controversy comes at a critical time when Carney is tasked with steering Canada through a turbulent economic and trade environment amid ongoing tensions with the United States. The opposition contends that undisclosed financial interests may compromise his ability to negotiate fairly and prioritize national interests over personal gain. Critics also draw parallels with past controversies, arguing that transparency is a cornerstone of ethical leadership, and that Carney's current stance risks eroding public trust in a government already under intense pressure. Supporters of the call for disclosure believe that Carney should release his full and robust conflict of interest management plan to the public without delay. They insist that a clear, open account of his financial ties will allow voters to make informed decisions at the ballot box, ensuring that potential conflicts are addressed before he takes office. For his part, Mark Carney has maintained that his financial interests are managed under strict conflict of interest protocols. His spokesperson has stated that the comprehensive plan, which was recently submitted to Canada's Ethics Commissioner, is sufficient to safeguard against any potential biases in decision-making. Yet, the refusal to make these details public has only intensified demands for greater accountability. As the debate continues, opposition groups and concerned citizens are calling for Carney to lift the veil on his personal investments immediately, arguing that transparency is non-negotiable for a leader entrusted with Canada's economic future. Critics warn that the longer this information remains undisclosed, the greater the risk of public mistrust and political fallout. Closing and call to action. That's the latest on Mark Carney's financial transparency controversy from today's W News. What do you think? Should Carney disclose his assets now? Or is his current approach enough to ensure ethical governance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more breaking updates on Canadian politics and leadership.